Here with Tom Bartolomei, men's basketball, class of 1991, and Hall of Fame inductee, class of 2015. First off, Tom, from everybody at the university and within athletics, congratulations on your induction.
Thank you.
And you get the phone call this summer from Chris Bartley. What were your first thoughts?
So I got the phone call from Chris Bartley. It was actually a voicemail message that said, "Hey Tom, long time no speak. Understand you're in Seattle. Give me a call. I got some good news for you." So I called them back maybe about 2 days later, and the good news was, in fact, that I was, being inducted into the Hall of Fame. And yeah, a real good, feel-good moment. It's graduated 1991. Always kept track of the activities and happenings with the basketball program, athletic program overall, development of the school. And so it was a good, certainly a good personal feel-good moment. Without a lot of fanfare at that very second, but a good acknowledgement of a job well done.
Good, and you developed a relationship with Chris. I saw you with Coach Kaufman earlier, and you played 4 years for Coach Kaufman in Harrington. What stands out? What do you remember about those days and getting to represent WPI?
The thing that stands out for me, number one, I was recruited pretty heavily when I was in high school, and Harrington Auditorium in itself was a treat to play in. It's where we played some district games as a high schooler, and it was always the place, man, if we can play at WPI's gym, imagine playing there. So being recruited by WPI, it was certainly a treat. Had some decisions to make between Div 2 and Div 3, and no regrets whatsoever. The thing that stands out for me is, in fact, the experience of playing at Harrington Auditorium, the experience of going head-to-head with Clark University, which was the big rival, and filling that place out. It got awfully loud. And I think the first trip that we took was to University of Southern California, and we had a plane trip out there, played a couple of tournament games, which was a unique experience for a Division III player, and getting on a plane and going out to California to play a few games.
We're going to talk about Chris Bartley about doing that again real soon, huh?
Yeah, I think Chris Bartley should do that real soon.
You mentioned the campus has changed tremendously as you walk through. What campus moments do you remember? What favorite prof, favorite class? What you recall fondly?
Certainly the campus, as I remember, is a lot less than what it is today. And I can see, again, it's a further testimony to what the commitment of the school is to growing the campus and the new athletic center. But for me, what stands out is, the fraternal sort of association that's here. I was a member of the Lambda Chi Alpha fraternity and quickly became entrenched in not only the Greek association, but amongst that, fraternal brotherhood is hoopsters themselves, ball players, baseball, basketball, football, and just the camaraderie and the brothership and the friendships that you establish very quickly, on the campus. And I'd say, from an engineering perspective, basketball was not my challenge. It was trying to get myself through this very difficult school. Me coming from high school, I was an average sort of student, and certainly my challenge was, in fact, the academics. And when you have that kind of support structure behind you, it makes life and schooling a little bit different and a lot more tolerable. I think probably my favorite professor was the room that we're sitting in now, Hagland. A very down-to-earth, very pragmatic, data can relate to on a day-to-day basis. Product liability, kind of his lessons are just welded into my brain about just very practical and real situations that we all encompass in life.
Tom, again, congratulations. Enjoy the evening, and we look forward to seeing you inducted.
Thank you. Thank you very much.